We choose to go to the moon not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Hello, YouTube and their crypto enthusiasts, and welcome to another episode of Equibit Trading. Today we are seeing a good move to the upside. This really start to happen um, on when the move to the upside started when the futures expired. We've been seeing this the last couple of months. Is that when we get close to the future expiring date, where the Bitcoin futures are expiring, someone probably have an interest of pushing the price down. Maybe they have a short interest, or yeah. Um, so they push the price down to either maybe get the options at a certain price, or they actually have a short interest, have shorted the futures, or maybe we see some big players starting to short the futures here or here, and then they push the price down, and then they get to sell their futures, and the price goes up. So we are one push away from going to the moon. We broke out. We had a little bull flag forming here, and we got the breakout of that. Now we're going into some resistance. So I think we're gonna see maybe on the 4 hour, maybe a couple of candles correction, as I think we're pretty close to the target for the bull flag. If we take the bull flag here and we say we broke out here, yeah, there is still, I mean, there is still, we haven't reached the target of the bull flag, but with us going into resistance, I think most people that did the bull flag trade will take their profit here. So we might see us going down a little bit and then have another shot at this resistance box. As we see, we have a swing high here on the 4 hour, and then we have some wigs. I guess we can move this up a little bit and say once we break this line, then we should probably push. Yeah, we should push above this as well. I mean, there will be a little bit of resistance here, but as you can see on the way up, there was no much resistance. It was just on the way down that we got a little bit here. So I think once we swing past this high here in this box, we are most likely going to see at least an attempt on the all-time high. And with all, I feel Bitcoin is bullish now. You shouldn't trust your feelings, but I'm feeling this is the narrative now that we had the future expired. We are in April, which is normally a good month for stocks. And we have the stock market at an all-time high. So I do have this bullish this, feeling for Bitcoin now, and I think we're gonna break the new all-time high. One thing that I talked about in my previously video where I mentioned the Bitcoin bubble, is the stimulus package that is coming out now, because that's something new, and this might boost retail, which also in turn will boost value stocks, like Walmart and then all these established companies, and also create some inflation. And many people, of course, think that, oh yeah, Bitcoin will do well against inflation. It will on the long term, but I mean, we're seeing something that is swinging in a few days like 16%, you can't really say that something with this volatility is a hedge against something as constant as inflation. Bitcoin will eventually be an inflation hedge. But right now, the Bitcoin is not really an inflation hedge in that sense. It's more a hedge against money printing, not so much in the sense of inflation caused by GDP growth and lower unemployment and pressure on salaries. Um, but it is a good hedge against recession of the economy and continuously increasing the money supply. So it's a hedge against the dollar, but it's not really a hedge against inflation per se, like the normal inflation we would see in a healthy economy. Because what will happen once the rates go up on the 10-year yield is that money capital will flow um, from these growth stocks into what is known as value stocks, like the big companies, like the blue chip stocks, like the Walmart, and all these companies that are making money now. Because if you have an inflation, then from these things that I mentioned, from real GDP growth and from the bettering of the economy, that is when people want to put their because then businesses will do good. So then people want to buy those businesses that are producing cash flow right now, and not be so keen to invest in something that will make a lot of cash in the future. So we saw from 2000 to 2010 that value stock was outperforming growth stocks, and from 2010 to this day, it's been the opposite. So now we're seeing maybe with the reopening of the economy, because the tech stocks already pumped a lot this year. So I think we're going to see some capital flow back into value stocks. At least that's what I'm doing with my stock portfolio. I'm taking profits on the tech stocks and I'm putting them in value stocks like Intel. Intel is a little bit of a tech stock as well, but they're not growing that much. So they're more producing. They're paying out dividends and uh, yeah. So I'm betting on stocks like Cisco Systems and stocks that are generating cash flow right now. Walmart, Kruger, these kinds of stocks. So let's go back to Bitcoin and what are my predictions now? I think what we might have to have a few candles, red candles now, before we see a push against this support box. Once we break this box and close maybe above the swing high, then we have a attempt at the all-time high. So maybe we will form some sort of, if we don't break the all-time high, um, this at the first go, if we're going to struggle a little bit, we might just go straight up right through it. But I think maybe a good point always is to buy the break of the all-time high. Like when we confirm that we break the all-time high, we close above it, we come down, we retest it, and then bounce, and then go up and beat the prior swing. So if we try to draw that here, so we might have the price coming up like this, then going down, and then at this point, just when we beat, so it would of course be like from here and then up. It's not going to be like that. It's probably going to be, but just for, so when we come up and we beat this swing here, that's a good buy opportunity. But also you might want to take a riskier bet and just bet that we will beat this. So then my entry point would probably be at the with the same tactic. Like if we came down here and then we I can extend this. Oh no, I can't. Let's just redraw it. So say we come down something like this, come up here, and then we break that and we come down to test it. Once we break this point again, like this point here, that's when I would enter. And also, but there is this little peak here. We might struggle a little bit to break it, but I think once we break this support box here, we at least have a good shot at setting a new time high. And we are early in the month. It's a long time until the futures are going to be in play. And it's April, which is generally a good month, and maybe just maybe we are getting closer to PayPal um, announcing that it will allow the rest of the world to buy crypto on PayPal as well, which is the news I am waiting for. When that happen, I will of course stay in for the pump and follow the price very closely. But that's when that dies off. That is the time when I personally are going to take some of my GBTC as a profit. I might wait to closer to the summer, but at one point I will take maybe 25% out as in profits. And also, I might, if we reach my target, which is 90,000, I will take half my GBTC out as profits, and then I will continue to dollar cost average into it because I don't want no one can call the top perfectly. I'm happy to take some profits at 90,000, and I think that's a good strategy. I do believe Bitcoin is going to go to more than 90,000, but I don't want to be caught with my pants down. So that's why I said at 90,000 it's a good time to take some profits. So I hope this was helpful to everyone, and I wish you the best of luck. And you see here we just had the bullish cross here, so I am very bullish on all time frames. Well, not the very short time frames, but at least on the daily day time frame I'm bullish. I'm not so bullish on the 4 hour now. I think we're gonna see a little bit of correction and then come back up. So thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and then hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any updates. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.